In recent years, everyone and their grandma has been fighting for the chance to make it big as a dropshipper. This idea of combining simplicity of Shopify stores with the low commitment of dropship inventory has created the perfect storm for a massive surge of digital entrepreneurs.
Oh, have you met entrepreneur?
The only coworker I need is Adderall.
But the problem with this frenzy of online store building is that so many people are doing it the wrong way. Poorly run stores are giving them more trustworthy brands, repetition for terrible customer service, insane shipping times, and low quality products. While traditional dropshipping is still a potential to be profitable, it's no longer a sustainable form of business. Since the beginning of my entrepreneurial career, I've gone through 3 different styles of dropshipping, and at this point, you really can't even consider my methods to be dropshipping. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how I maxed out the potential of each method and the ways that I transition from level to level, and finally, the ins and outs of the current methods that I use to set up each new brand with the hopes of helping you progress in the same ways. So let's get into it.
I am next level.
When I first started out with Shopify back in 2017, I used the dropshipping method just like any newbie would. It made life easy. I mean, it didn't make life easy, but it was cheap. My first store was doing great numbers, even though our customer service was less than adequate and my shipping times were shit.
I knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense, I had no idea what to do.
Still though, I was still having trouble scaling past a certain level without getting control of my own inventory and providing a more pleasant experience for my customers. But these issues went beyond just unhappy customers, because unhappy customers that have been waiting for weeks for their product will quickly turn into chargebacks. And if you can't keep the chargeback rates under control and get your customers back into your site, payment processors will dump you so fast. And oftentimes, they'll even hold your money too, leaving you with a dead store, no profits, and a huge mess to clean up before you can even think about starting fresh. So, in order to keep my business alive and stay in good terms with payment processors, I transitioned into a new form of dropshipping, which I call hybrid dropshipping.
I am next level.
So I thought to myself, what if each day I purchased my order in bulk and then had them shipped directly to me the same day using express shipping like FedEx and DHL? And then I send out the product to customers once I get the product in my house. See, while it's too expensive to use the shipping method for each item, sending multiple orders in one package to my own house before sending it out to customers will actually cut delivery time in more than half. So let's break it down. Say we have around 100 orders for something small like the posture corrector. If we want to get the product to customers within 3 to 5 days, using express shipping from China straight to the customer will actually cost us around $50 per order. But if we put all those 100 orders into one box and then we pay around $300 for express shipping to get that box to my house, that means we're only paying around $3 per product to get the product shipped to the US within 3 to 5 days. Then it only costs us $3 to $5 to ship the orders from my house to the customer. We pretty much figured out how to get express shipping for an average of $8 per product. Our customers will receive their product within about a week rather than a month on certain occasions, and our cost stays reasonably low. See, it's important to note though, this will only work with products that aren't too bulky, so that you can cover as many products as possible in one express package, or else you wouldn't be ending up saving money because big product obviously costs a lot more to ship. So once I figured this out, that's when I made the decision to bring as much as I could in-house. At that time, I was living in a small apartment with a roommate, so I couldn't really do it in my house. So I decided to lease my first office space, brought on employees, and then began fulfilling from there. It wasn't long before I realized that this new fulfillment method was insanely better than traditional dropshipping. Customers were much happier, shipping times were much lower, and my chargeback rate fell significantly. Overall, the business was doing better in so many different ways. And after running this business for a couple of years, I was actually able to sell this business, and I'm 100% sure that I wouldn't have been able to accomplish this if I stuck with the old model of dropshipping. And if you don't learn anything else from me, remember this: there's always something better to work towards. And that brings us to level 3.
Am next level.
After running that operation for a few years, I realized that it would actually be more cost effective to use a third-party fulfillment service. So what does it mean to bring on a third-party fulfillment? Basically, they take care of receiving the product from China, sending them out to your customers, and processing returns for a very small fee per product. When you do this, all inventory is taken care of and your customers are happy with 3 to 5 day shipping, and you're still got plenty of profit left over. The only downside here is at this point, you need to be prepared to purchase stock for a fulfillment service. You need to have enough upfront capital to make a bulk order that your warehouse will receive and send out. From there, you'll have to be prepared to make these orders often enough that your product are in stock and you don't have to get stuck with a back order. But to be clear, this is not level anyone should start out with. this is something that you want to work towards as your business grows. Now that we've covered the transitions from a regular dropshipping model to something more sustainable, I wanted to show you how to stand out in a crowded market. In order to compete, you have to provide value. From the social content to the actual product that you're selling, your offer has to be worth something. When you're picking the product, the key to finding a winner is looking for an item that actually solves a problem. Impulsive fun buys are not the way anymore. You have to make real impact if you want to maintain real sales and compete with other brands in the same market. But what happens when you got competitors pushing a similar product or even the same exact one? That's when your marketing comes into play. While you can check out my other videos that go in depth on the methods that I use for modern marketing, which I'll link down in the description, we'll quickly walk through a few of the techniques right now. First, you should know by now that the recent iOS update has completely tagged Facebook ads. The tracking issue that we're now facing makes it nearly impossible to know how your ads are performing without spending money on expensive third-party tracking services, and that's why I recommend moving over to TikTok. On this insanely successful brand new ad platform, you can accomplish so much more with so little. From using brand accounts to participate on viral trends to partnering with already viral creators, it's not unheard of to get millions and millions of views of branded content. And in my experience, millions of views translate to tons of visitors to your site, which actually translate to tons of sales. The moral of the story is change is necessary. I can guarantee you that true entrepreneurs are constantly searching for better ways to doing things. Good enough is never an option. So if you want to be successful and stay that way, you have to be obsessed with growth in every area. My obsession with development is the reason I have been able to stay relevant and successful despite the issues arising with dropshipping each and every day. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this content, all I ask from you is hit that thumbs up as it really does help the channel, and make sure you subscribe because I drop fire content to educate you and entertain you every single week. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.